far better than we do. So Sam's going to train this little Lucy right the way through, hopefully, until she does some trialling or some agility or all sorts of things. So, what we're going to do first of all is talk about our system of training. We do no training with harsh methods. We use what is called positive reinforcement. And basically what it is it's kind reward. He will hold in his hand as he walks, and he will allow Lucy to just lick a little bit off it, so she doesn't end up like a big pod by tonight. When he's done some training, he will also lessen her food that night, so that again she doesn't end up overweight. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get Sam to walk with Lucy to heel. Now we want you to walk alongside his left leg, so when you're ready, Sharon. Notice he's got the food, that's the big sausage, in his hand, and she is walking right alongside him, licking that sausage as he goes. He's holding his lead in the right hand, and you notice that the lead is loose. There is no dragging the dog, no pulling. We don't use check chains, those horrible chains you see in the supermarket. We don't use those at all, because it is not necessary. And you see how this little girl, who is only 20 weeks old, can walk alongside. Much better than a 20-week-old baby. They just don't have that ability. So there's our walking. Now, the three things that most people want to do when they come along to dog training, they want their dog to walk on a loose lead, and you can see how that's possible. Here he is doing it again. They want the dog to sit and stay and lie down while they watch TV at night. And they want the dog to come when they call it. So when you've been to the park and you have your dog the far side of the oval, you want your dog to come to you. So those are the three things most people want. And Sam is going to show us how we do those things. Now first of all, he's going to teach us how he teaches his puppy to sit. So he's going to stand his puppy, first of all, walking forward. He's going to put a piece of food onto her nose, lift it up, her head goes up, she falls over backwards, her bum goes down, and he rewards her with the food. And notice he's also giving her a big cuddle, which means that next time he wants her to do that, she will do it. Can we do that one again please, Sam? See, no pulling. Yes, and in goes the food. Good. It's a bit like you kids, you know, when you clean your bedroom and Mum gives you something nice for doing it, there's a tendency for you to want to do it again. Exactly the same with the puppy. What they're rewarded for, they will do again. Now, from a sit to a down or a drop, and with a down or a drop, we use one word or the other. If with your dog, he jumps onto a lounge and you want him to get off, if you say down, then when we're doing this exercise, we will say drop, because otherwise the dog will be confused. So we're going to get him to down or to drop his dog, down, following the food. As any sensible dog will do, wherever there's food, it will follow. And lots of praise. Now, with that one, he's going to do what we call puppy push-ups. So he's going to get his puppy to sit with the food sound. Down, sit, down, sit, and stand. She comes forward into a stand. There we go, there's her stand. She's not standing as an older trained dog would yet, but that doesn't matter. It will take time, and she is still very, very young. She only learned to stand on Saturday, and this puppy has had only 3 lessons with us. So you can see how well she's going. Some puppies aren't as calm as this one. Some will spend several weeks spinning around in circles, and she'll show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, now we're going to do the come. It's a very, very important one. To get a dog to come back to you when it's having fun is a nightmare. So we start off by teaching the puppy when we're walking, and Sam's going to walk with her. Oh no, we're going to do the dog food first. No, it's fine. Tea time, and we want our dog to have a good reason to come to us. So we put the dog bowl down with the food in it. We take the dog to the other end of the kitchen or wherever we're working. We're going to put Lucy on a long lead to make sure we don't lose her. You'll notice here we do all our training with our younger dogs, either A, on lead, or B, over in the rings across the far side of the internal road, because they're fenced. Too close to motor vehicle roads we let most of our dogs off lead. Only when they are really experienced do we let them off lead. Yeah, she set it up really well and now it's in a tangle. You know how it happens? It's the same with the hose and everything else. When you're ready, Sam's going to call Lucy. Yes. And there's the reward. Normally it will be a bigger reward. When you're feeding puppies, you should always stay with them and you should rattle your fingers in the bowl, put a piece of chicken in, put something better into the bowl. By nature, dogs are scavengers and they rate their food extremely highly. So it's important that your dog doesn't become food aggressive and growl when you go near the bowl. Children should not be involved with the young children with feeding their dogs. But as far as the older dogs are concerned and in the training of the puppies, when the food is in the bowl, you should bring some chicken, put it into the bowl so the dog always knows that you are going to come to bring something good. Then you can take a piece out and put another piece of something good in the bowl. So the dog understands that you are never ever going to take his tucker away. That's really important. Even more important when it comes to bowls. So teaching from a very, very early age. And as I was saying a moment ago, you buy your dog at 8 weeks of age and you start training that same night. You take the dog around the house, he gets used to it, and you start to do his training. He's like a sponge. Which is a walk forward, and then Sam will stop, call his puppy, and he will run backwards. She will turn and run up to him.
Yes! Standing up straight.
And she's doing almost an automatic sit right away. And he's now going to play with her, because every time he does an exercise with her, he plays. We're actually spending quite a lot of time working with this puppy at the moment. We would never work with our dogs for longer than 10 minutes at a time. Better still, 10 lots of 1 minute, and then play in between. So much better, otherwise the dogs will become bored and then they won't perform. Okay, so we've had the loose lead walking. We want now to get the dog to stay. And this is very hard for young puppies, but fortunately this puppy is a very calm little girl. Notice how she's watching her handler all the time, keeping an eye on him, and as soon as she watches him, he rewards her. So Sam's now going to show you how we start to get our dog to stay. He's giving her the hand signal, stay, in front of her face, and she didn't do it. That's okay. He's telling her to stay, and notice how she's watching him. He didn't get cross. Good. Beautiful. And at that stage he's going to give her a break because she needs to have a break between all of these exercises. Otherwise, again, she will get terribly tired. So that was a nice one. Now, I think we're going on to tricks now, Sharon, aren't we? Trick training, you saw earlier today. We do trick training with all the dogs. At the beginning, I said that training must be fun. No harsh treatment, but training must be fun. So we make it fun by teaching tricks. And we can teach a puppy a trick at the age of 8 weeks, even younger. She's first of all going to speak on command.
She's pretty quiet, she just screams.
Isn't that beautiful? Dear little thing. Good girl. And the reward. So there you are. Very, very easy to teach her that. Now the next thing we're going to do is to spin. That earlier. Here I go, round in circles, and I'm rewarded. Good girl. And Sam will teach you to do that both ways. If she decides to do agility one day or dancing with dogs, she will use that skill. Oh, she can shake hands as well. She has beautiful hands. I can't see what Sam is doing, but I think what he's doing is taking her foot, lifting it, and then feeding her. She's actually got that skill already, but if he takes hold of her paw, lifts it, and feeds her, lifts it up, feeds her, lifts it up, feeds her, waits, she will then say, but you didn't lift my paw, it's here, it's here. And he will feed, and she will be learning that way. Once she can do that, then we put the word to it. As she lifts her paw, we say shake. And we can also do this.
Georgia, stop running me.
High five, we do this a similar way, but instead of just shaking, she goes, whoop, whoop. And the puppies will do for high five, they'll do high 10. So all of those things she teaches the puppies very, very easily. Notice she just yawns. She isn't tired. Yawning is actually a stress signal in dogs. She's probably tired now. She's been here all day. She's been walking around. She is tired, but that's her way of saying, I think I had enough and I think I need to go for a sleep. Oh, we're teaching her rollover now. Kiss her food to the dog's ear and she rolls over and push over the last little bit. Beautiful, beautiful. I think we should give her a big round of applause. Thank you. Well done, Sam, and well done, Lucy. And Lucy, did you answer? There we go. Lucy said thank you. Thank you so much. Please remember the important things are that we do everything with reward. We never, ever, ever hit our dogs. Remember, kids, we do not smack dogs because the only thing they have to use to smack you back are teeth. Okay? So we never smack, we never kick, we never push. And we're very, very gentle with particularly our puppies. Okay? If any of you would like more information on our puppy classes, we do a 6-week puppy class with one instructor. We do that on a Saturday afternoon after sport. And if any of you have puppies or are going to get them, we'd love to see you. We'd love having puppies. They're much nicer than big dogs.